Alright, what's up everybody? This is A7X Fan Ben, and this is the latest unboxing video. This was from some of the eBay stuff that I bought from auctions that ended in, I think mostly just in May. Uh, yeah, pretty much May 2022. So, I already took it out of the box and took a peek at it, but I'm just gonna make the video anyway. So, first off, I got the booty finder, which I didn't have before. Some of the stuff already have, and then some of it's new, of course. That's exciting. So this one's an interesting one. I've always found this to be kind of a strange oddity of the Pirates CSG world. It says, "Ahoy, Captain! When your turn is done, surrender the spyglass." So you could share it with the other players. So I'll have to remember to bring this to my next game to actually use it as a measuring device. Although I don't think it would be super helpful for that. I guess maybe the short, it would be nice to place that like on the table, but for the long, for the L segments, it's maybe a little awkward, or because there's like extra stuff on each end, so it's not really better than a card in that case. But anyway, copyright 2006, used under license by Gale Force 9. So interesting stuff. And then I've got the tokens too, the Explored and Home Port tokens. And Tealer Fire 27, I'll probably put an affiliate link in the description to the faction-based ones he has on his Etsy page. So check that out in the description if you want those custom ones that are more colorful. These are cool as well, of course. Some of the original ones, the Homeport one especially, I like that a lot. So anyway, I'll get into the tin, and I'll just start going through it. I think most of the exciting or new stuff is on this bottom right corner that I peeked at already. So the rest of it is, I think, just, let me just, actually, yeah, let's leave that for the end because that's the most exciting. So I think all the rest of this is just a Revolution set, so which I have, but the price was attractive, so I scooped up another Revolution set. It's like a mix between UL, mostly UL, but then there's some like original Revolution as well. So yep, I'm seeing Black Swan up to 140 checklist, and then super rares, which is nice because based on how many games I plan on playing over this super long haul, like I talked about in some of the Motherload unboxing videos, I plan to actually finally start like a second collection of backup stuff. Probably because I literally just expect the ships to like expire. Or I plan to play so much over the decades, hopefully, that I'll actually need to replace ships from wear and tear. So got the Revolution Super Rares 141 through 144 right here. So decent super rare pack, kind of underwhelming other than the Star of CM, but anyway, I do need to use the Ass because she could probably perform reasonably well. Not great for a pirate ship, but not a terrible ship by any means. So anyway, so that's pretty much the bulk of the weight of the tin. But now we get into the exciting stuff here, and the more exclusive or rare or expensive stuff. So we've got four treasure cards, 0 treasure cards from Fire and Steel. I'm pretty sure I have 220 back in my original collection in New York State, but I'm pretty sure these other 3 are new to me. I think there are 6 of these total, 220 to 225, because I think Raptor Maw is the game piece after that. So anyway, so these are fun. Rare source of 0 coins. The Cargo Master from Savage Shores, I think, is the only other like game piece these zeros appear on, but that one only has 1 per card, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Could be a little rusty on that, but these have 2 per card, and now I got like a bunch at the same time, so that's kind of exciting. Anytime you get Fire and Steel limited edition cards is exciting. I don't have any of the ships yet or anything. I'm missing most of the other LEs from the set, but still pretty exciting to get some later set bronze corner cards. It's always fun to see. Pretty exclusive. And then here we've got a couple Spanish main pieces that I was surprised I didn't have already. I'll kind of sort through it a little bit. Keep it set based for now. So Scry the Explorer I didn't have yet, so that's exciting. PP 375. So a brand new one for me. The Mearsman and Wycliffe, I want to say I have both of these Ghost Ship versions in New York, but the Bloody Throne is definitely new for me as well. That was another one that I just randomly never acquired, even though I probably could have bought it for less a while back. Partly because it's just not too exciting a ship. It reminds me of the Destiny American promo or LD whatever from Crimson Coast. It's kind of just a little bit of a boring 3 master. So But yeah, nice to finally get that one. And then I think these are new as well for me. Captain with the silver coins in the back, GT002, and then GT003 helmsman. So an English captain and a pirate helmsman. So, and I don't have many of these silver-backed coins. They are kind of conspicuous because there's hardly any of them that were released. So it's kind of hard to justify using these in a game with gold-backed coins. I guess you could do an all silver-backed coin game if you wanted to, or if your opponent was okay with it, you could use these. But I mean, if you're using a Silver Explorer, which you would want to, then it's kind of like you kind of see where the coins are. I mean, you could kind of get away with it a little bit if you stack coins the way I usually do on Wildlands, where it's like a solid stacks, and then coins like 2, 3, and 4 that are face down. You can't really see the backs of them, but you'll end up with like a silver coin on top of one of the piles. And if you only put one silver coin in, then you can know it's like a 6 that you're going for. So it's kind of iffy, but anyway. And then another random thing I just thought of for the first time ever is that Silver Explorers didn't come along until after Spanish Main. I can't remember what set they were introduced in, probably mid-game, like SCS or FN. I don't know. I'll have to check that out. But so it's kind of interesting. I don't know if WizKids did it on purpose as a preview, or if they just kind of were like, oh, let's put silver coins in just to be different with them and make the promos a little different. But anyway, kind of interesting little tidbit there. Not sure if it was purposeful foreshadowing or not, but I got the Super Soul Mark. Got another copy of this. Again, I just kind of liked the price, so I was like, sweet. So I bid on a few of the more expensive things, but I didn't expect to win them, and I didn't, which was fine with me. So then I kind of scooped up some of the cheaper, like rare stuff, or like super rare limited edition type stuff. Some of which I already had, some of which I didn't. So this one's new as well. Another Fire and Steel limited edition, Grape Shot. These ones are kind of annoying, actually. Actually, this one doesn't eliminate itself after use, like the limited edition Exploding Shot, and I believe Fire Shot as well. So this one does stay in the game. Or no, never mind. I didn't read it. Sorry. Kind of rusty. After using Grape Shot, remove it from the game. So these ones, the Fire and Steel limited edition equipment are actually worse than the regular, like, uncommon equipment, because of most of them have that. I don't think the Smoke Pot Shot does, but anyway. So it's kind of weird because the LEs are like worse, but if anything, it's not a bad thing. You wouldn't want like the super expensive versions to be overpowered or anything, because then you get into playing biases based on people's wallet sizes, which is not great. So anyway, and then yeah, I forgot to mention this, some wild card sleeve in here. So like a shiny red ogre or something like that. Interesting stuff on the backs of some of these. And then this one is one of the ones I was most excited about. This is, of all the things that, I think it was Keeks 1974, I think was the seller. All the stuff he had up or somebody had up, this was like my number one priority. So I got this, I want to say it was only like 30. I'm going to do a vlog of the recent eBay sales right after this to check that out. But yeah, my max bid on this was like considerably higher than what it went for. I was really, really desperate for this. I've had the Mercury submarine for a while. I think I got it in like a random American lot quite a while ago. And I now have Thane Heartless as well. So I won him. He was only like 15, I think, something like that. So these are both from the Mysterious Islands message in a bottle pack. So, and then the Slipstream, I don't have an official copy, but Vulcan made me a replica. So for all intents and purposes, I basically have the Slipstream available for use. But Abandoned Crew was also a priority because I think UTs are actually, I don't know, for people like me that only care about playability and can either commission or 3D print themselves like ships and whatnot, UTs are actually probably one of the least reproducible types of game pieces in the game, because crew and equipment and events you can easily proxy, and they don't need to have like special backs that distinguish them. You could just write like English on the back of a piece of paper that says Thomas Gunn on the other side, and it's just as good as the crew. And then ships, you can 3D print, reproduce, whatever. But UTs are unique in that you really want the back to have the exact same color, like print quality, or like artwork quality, and even like sheen, like a gloss rather than like a satin. you really want the backs of coins to be preserved and to be as identical to what WizKids made as possible. Because you're probably going to be playing with at least some WizKids coins, unless you're doing like all 3D printed coins. I guess that's an option for making custom UTs and not having to pay for originals of stuff like this, is you could 3D print these and also 3D print your own regular coins that have identical backs. But still, I find UTs kind of fascinating from that perspective, is that they're going to be one of the lesser reproducible items in the game. So anyway, and this one is just really cool because Abandoned Crew are kind of coveted, at least somewhat, in the Crimson Coast. I want to say the Crimson Coast Abandoned Crew is either like rarer than the other CC UTs, or it kind of just averages more money. It kind of just goes for more, kind of like certain ships or crew. So anyway, and it's also kind of fun to have the mercenary shipwright. I made a video about him a little while ago. It's kind of fun to see him in UT form. So interesting card, always cool. Basically the same as this Crimson Coast one. I don't know if there's any differences in the crew types that were included, but anyway, another little trivia that would be fun to know. And then Thane Heartless, 5-point expatriate reroller. Not an amazing name crew, but he can still be used on almost any ship with expatriates, so that's cool. And then last but not least, from this video is the Roanoke. So I do have one in New York, but I really wanted one. I'm trying to build my Washington collection up a bit, and I thought the price was fine. So this is one of my favorite American ships and one of my favorite Five Masters in the game. Extremely versatile, tons of crew options, ton of cargo. Just a really cool ship. I think it's like one of the most fun and interesting ships in the game. And as far as combos go, I'd probably rate it in like the top 20 or top 30 ships ever released in terms of like combo ideas and like just interesting things you can do with the ship. You can do UPS with it, do all sorts of pirate crew, a mix of pirate and American. And once you get into pirates, you can easily start adding other faction crew too, like Anna Maria. And I know in one of the fleet challenges, there's an interesting build using this with all sorts of crazy crew. It came to like 49 points total, I think, something like that, to get it to 4L range cannons, stuff like that. So a lot of wild things you can do with the Roanoke, which is really fun. And of course, it's just, even if you use a basic setup, it's still a good ship, kind of like an automatic default hybrid for the Americans, which they could certainly use. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video of unboxing some of my latest haul. Nothing too crazy compared to people that got the SCS or FN complete sets or the Chum Maker, stuff like that. But still pretty happy to take home some brand new stuff for my collection. So hopefully you enjoyed watching. Let me know in the comments what kind of videos you want to see me make this year. And leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want. And I'll see you on the next video.